What are the benefits of using digital twins for design and construction? True-to-life 3D reduces site visits, accelerating decision-making and planning. Click any tag to learn more about how Matterport's digital twins can help you. Getting started is easy with an account, and your own digital twin Matterport Capture Service professionals are available globally to capture your space with our Pro 2 3D camera or Pro 3 LiDAR 3D camera. Or capture the space yourself with a range of compatible cameras. Click the tag along each stop to learn more. Our Cortex AI engine autonomously generates your digital twin quickly and efficiently, often in less than a day. With your digital twin, you can take measurements, tag notes, share, inspect, and verify project details remotely. Have a record for collaboration or auditing at every stage of your project of current conditions, milestones, or for handover documentation. Customers rely on Matterport most to fast-track existing conditions, documentation, and jumpstart projects. Easily export files such as CAD, BIM, and schematic floor plans to accelerate design work. With one click, you can export the high-quality files you need in days, not weeks, generated from the accurate point cloud data at the time of site capture. Use our free Revit plugin to seamlessly import BIM and point clouds into Revit. With our Autodesk Construction Cloud and Procore integration, you can quickly create and update issues and RFIs. Learn why customers like you are expanding their use of Matterport digital twins.
My name's David Campbell and I'm the Director at DCB, and we're fortunate enough to build architectural homes in Sydney's northern suburbs and eastern suburbs. Today we're here viewing a 3-car garage that we're putting in underneath the existing house. We used the Matterport to scan underneath the house to see where all the local walls were, and we provided that to our engineers and architects so they could do their design. It's at a critical stage at this point right now where we're actually holding the house up with the temporary steel support. The Matterport has played a crucial part in that role, which I first came across 4 years ago. I was in the United States and I had companies over there that were using it to do their scans to existing houses before they put their gyprock on the walls. I thought that was a marvellous product. Reached out to C.R. Kennedy in Sydney and they had one on my desktop within 24 hours. Since then, I've had a great relationship with them, and every time we've needed them, they've been on the other end of the phone for any help and support, and couldn't recommend them highly enough. Matterport to me is our little secret weapon. We use it when we go to quote on someone's house. We do a scan of the initial house so that when we're estimating back at our office, we can see what we've already been out to see. It allows us to send it to our subcontractors so they don't have to come and visit the client. When the client moves out of the house, we get in and do another scan so that we have a record of all the pre-existing conditions. As we did here on this project, we scanned the inside of the house so we can see if there's any existing cracks and defects. And during big concrete pours, we'll scan the actual slab so we can see where any in-floor heating is or any rebar is, so that we have a future reference. And then obviously now we can scan our own houses before we put the gyprock on the walls so we can see all the services in the wall. And then once we finish the house and hand it back over to the client, we do another scan so we've got a nice record of our product that we've just delivered to our client. I couldn't recommend the Matterport more highly.
If you don't know a little bit about the Wrigley Building, it sits right on Michigan Avenue, right on the Chicago River. It is a historic landmark and a beacon within the city. It's 99 years old. We were asked to look at how, without infringing on the historic nature of the building, we could add new types of lighting. The best way that we could think of this was to scan the facade, particularly the courtyard. By using Matterport, we would be able to create a detailed scan of the building safely, and probably most importantly, very quickly. Everything was shot from the ground or from a window. There's no cranes or anything really out of the ordinary, which gave us enough capture. I think it was for about 4 stories. We received a link to the scan and the Matter Pack, which provided us with the point cloud, but probably more importantly for us, the mesh model, which we could then quickly bring into Rhino and quickly begin to cut sections and understand the profiles of the terracotta and the highly detailed facade of the Wrigley Building. With the Matterport and being able to scan, we can capture all of that information. That lets us create more sound design solutions that can be simulated with 3D models, enhanced by 3D models. But the backing of the data, the point clouds that are there, gives us a level of being sure that we've done the best job and are delivering the right solution.
My name is Melissa Perry. I work for H.H. Angus & Associates Consulting Engineers, and I'm a BIM specialist. We are one of Canada's larger private engineering firms, and this year we're celebrating 100 years of engineering innovation. The project at Toronto Western Hospital, that was for the refurbishment and replacement of the existing mechanical and electrical systems in the powerhouse to improve reliability. So this included the power, central steam, and chilled water systems servicing the facility's operating rooms and general campus. So that's about 17,500 square feet of mechanical and electrical spaces. Now, the hospital required a record of the existing facility system, so our reality capture goal for that project was to capture those areas of interest with enough detail to produce a point cloud, which we could then reference in Revit to model all of those existing systems. So one of the best benefits of the Matterport cloud is registration of our scan locations. So I don't have to spend time stitching scan location and scan location and scan location together, so it definitely saves time in that respect. Once we download our point cloud file in XYZ file format, fully registered and colorized, I bring that into Autodesk Recap Pro to place points into regions so that it improves Revit model performance when we put that into our model, and also so our designers can toggle the visibility of different parts of the point cloud, like the floors, major equipment, walls, just so it's easier for them to see the parts of the point cloud that they're trying to model. But to first get those point clouds into Revit, you want to link them in origin to origin positioning, which makes sure that those different regions of the point cloud are placed exactly where they should be, totally aligned. So in terms of best practices and some tips for Revit modeling, the trick to that is to slice the point cloud in different ways to see the systems that you need to model. So the point cloud is affected by the view range, so you can adjust the view range and see what systems are running at a specific elevation in your model. You can cut section views with a very thin section, a very shallow view depth, so you can see the outline of the points that you're slicing through, and you can actually measure off of that. The matter tags were an integral part of our Revit family creation process. I would identify the equipment using the online site walkthrough, get equipment sizes, get measurements for that equipment in the workshop mode, create the Revit families, and then I would use Matter tags to tag that equipment in the Matterport cloud with the Revit family name and the family type, so that the designers can access that live link fully updated and have all of their information in one central up-to-date location. But I think the most important thing here is you can have Revit open on one screen and you can have the Matterport cloud open on your second screen, and have that open to the online site walkthrough so you get a really good understanding of what's going on in the space. With the Matterport Pro 2 and for our Toronto Western Hospital project, we got our online site walkthrough, point cloud files, Matter tags, ability to embed information, reduce return visits to site, and comparing that to your more traditional site surveys where you get all of those photographs, very hard to organize, and we spend about double the amount of time on site with traditional site surveys, and that's double the cost. So we're able to reduce our cost by about half. Yeah, so life before Matterport. For our traditional site surveys, we would be taking a lot of photographs and bringing those back to the office, and they were very hard to organize. They'd be blurry, out of context, and we would have to use CAD drawings, PDFs, hand drawings. So Matterport has really opened the doors in terms of documenting existing as-built conditions for us.